All right, we are here to determine the absolute best birthrights in the Binding of Isaac Repentance. I am here with my good old friend Julian. He knows the game pretty well. Introduce yourself.
I dabble.
He dabbles. He dabbles. All right, so let me know right off the bat. Oh, well, before I get started, these are the tiers. Every birthright is good in the game, so don't really, it's not really like it's any of the birthrights are necessarily bad, but there's some that are just like way worse than others. This is mainly ranking the characters based on how much it helps that character, not how good the character is with that item, if that makes sense. Like Tainted Lost gets an extra life with his birthright. That doesn't mean that he's the best character in the game, but it's a good ass effect, so he would be high tier. Anyways, that being said, Isaac starts with the more options birthright, which basically makes him Tainted Isaac with a D6. How you feeling about that one? Where do you think this bad boy goes?
Look, bro, I'm not gonna lie. D6, best item in the game. Okay?
Best item in the game. Well, it's up there. It's up there.
It's up there. But the fact that you get to look at 2 items and D6 them to another 2 items, you get the option of 4 items in one treasure room.
That's insane, right?
Which is ridiculous. And if you go alt path, I mean, it's a random item. Oh, I guess alt path doesn't matter because it's a question mark item. But like that makes devil deals, planetarium rooms, just way more superior. And even the shop, you know what I mean? So
every single item cycles between 2 different options, and on top of that, you could still D6 them for 4 possible item slots in every single item.
It's just crazy.
It's absolutely an absurd effect, and unlike Tainted Isaac, you can hold infinite items with Isaac. I think, am I stupid for immediately putting one in insane? I feel like that's crazy.
No. I think it's crazy, but like it is insane. You didn't even take account greed mode, bro. All those items in the shops, the treasure room, and your free item room are all just cycling with D6. Like that's just wild.
That is
and not
absurd.
just that, but you have a higher chance of getting Birthright.
Bro,
with the
you
D6.
do. You do, because you can reroll. Yo, that's crazy. Anyways, yeah, that's a huge enhancement.
Definitely insane.
That's definitely insane. All right, how about my man Tainted Isaac though? Inventory
Adding
up.
4 more slots. He starts off with 8, right?
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. If we're doing it based off of my criteria for this list, I feel like he might also be insane. He's definitely at least hella good. I mean, that's 4 more items that you could hold, and it doesn't even consume a slot.
That is true. I wouldn't say insane because it's not as good as regular Isaac's.
You think so?
Like it makes
it's still
him,
4
it makes
extra
him,
items.
But like it's not like where the loss gets rid of items that aren't good for him. You know what I mean? Like he could still pull a bad item and still have to grab it. You know what I mean? And he can switch it out later, yeah. But
that's more items.
I mean,
more.
You're right. I'm a mid guy. I feel like that's mid.
You think that's mid?
But I can see hella good. Cause you gotta think about it though. You're cycling through so many options with more options, right? And you can only grab a handful.
Yeah.
With Tainted Isaac, you can only hold 8. Now adding 12 makes I feel like Tainted Isaac's a mid character. But I guess Tainted
Isaac as a character is broken.
You think so?
Of course. Are you kidding me? He's like the 3rd or 4th best character. That's a different video. He's like the 3rd or 4th best character in the game. You could debate he's better than Isaac. You actually could.
I don't mind leaving it in hella good, but I don't think it's insane. That's just my opinion.
All right, fine. We'll leave him in hella good. We'll come back to this. Anyways,
we can relook at it later, but
all right. Hold on. What about Maggie though? Now I read this the other day. This crap is insane.
All right, 18 hearts, 18 any heart kind is ridiculous, bro.
Okay, it's the limit breaker plus an HP up. You get a full heart container, and it increases her maximum heart limit to 18 instead of 12. That is broken. Tell me that's not broken.
That's so insane, bro. It's just insane.
That's insane.
Like, it
But
has
is that
no
more
reason to be
insane than
that good.
Isaac? Is that more insane
One
than
hundred
Isaac?
percent. I think she goes ahead of Isaac. 100%. As a
She is.
birthright
It's
item, that's
literally.
wild.
It's literally the only way in the entire game to get more than 12 health, unless you're counting bone hearts as multiple hits. But you could technically get 18 bone hearts and have.
Wow, that's doubled it. Wow.
You could have 18 bone hearts and have in the womb. That's how many hits?
You gotta, you know what? Even with,
That's
you can
32
mix
hits.
that. With her birthright, you can utilize the broken heart items too. You gotta think about that
true.
too.
That is
And those
true.
those items do go hard. High risk, high reward.
That's
So,
crazy. It's not even the fact that you could just have 18 like red hearts. It's the fact that it's your heart limit increases to 18. Having 18 soul hearts is insane. Like, that's a lot of extra health.
that's wild. Yeah, no, that's hella good. That's insane. That's
insane. That's pretty insane. I mean, Isaac does have a higher odd of getting some broken items, yeah, but like, I don't know. Heart limit, it's the only way to get that much health in the entire game. Is this birthright, in fact. That's crazy. Anyway, what about Tainted Mag?
All right, I'm gonna say it. In my opinion, so what she does is she gives you an HP up. She starts off with 2 regular red hearts, but with Birthright, she gets 3 of them, right? That
Right.
don't fade.
And usually,
That's cool.
usually Tainted Tainted Mag's health
It
fades
fades.
over time, yeah.
Now, I think personally that's mid, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because one, you want to grab HP ups with the faded hearts, because one, you can hug people to get those hearts back. Every enemy you kill and hug basically drops 1 whole heart. Now, you like to have the faded hearts because you can get devil deals and angel rooms way more faster. Now,
Well,
getting rid of one of those heart containers for a permanent heart,
I wouldn't say you want to have faded hearts. Nobody wants to have faded hearts as this
I
character.
don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know.
No,
about that
because
one,
the
Chief.
thing is that even soul hearts fade. Every single type of heart fades after 2 health. Nobody wants the faded health. So getting the only way to get a third health that never disintegrates is pretty nice. Because I've always said, the one thing that sucks about Tainted Mag is that she sucks against bosses. And I mean, this gives her another non-disintegrated health. Because when you're fighting Hush is a long fight, right? So...
You're right. You're right.
So...
But I mean, if you get a battery item with Yum Heart, then
even if you play the game
that's
perfectly...
4 hearts. If you get, I mean, I guess you're right. You gotta play the game perfectly at
even
that
if
point.
you... No, but even if you do play the game perfectly, if you don't have the damage output and you're fighting Hush, then you're always going to get brought down to 2 health unless you have Birthright.
I still say
Albeit-
mid. I see
Alright.
what you're talking about, but I still say it's a mid.
I'm just
thing.
saying it might be high mid. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it might be
High mid. All right, I keep high mid. I wouldn't
just
say
saying
hella
like
good,
the
but I'd say
high
high
mid.
mid.
You know what I'm saying?
High mid's decent. High mid's decent.
It's a good effect though. I mean, you know, it's smart for her. Honestly, maybe they could have given her like 2 full red hearts that don't disintegrate.
See, that would have been something. See, that would have been hella good.
I don't know. Anyways, on to Kane. So Kane's effect is very fun. I don't know if I necessarily consider it super good. Basically, it gives him a luck up. Every floor except like the big boy floors, like the Hush floor, chest, dark room, and void, and home, have a very high chance to contain an upgraded arcade. The key point there is that it says very high chance. I think for this birthright, they absolutely should have made it guaranteed. Arcade spawns every floor. Upgraded arcade spawns every floor. But the fact that it's only very high chance, I think that's a huge bummer. I think that's a throw. However, these arcades generally contain more machines, which is great because obviously Kane has high luck with arcade machines. So yes, he can get really broken with this. However, this is only assuming that you get Birthright early enough to make use of it. You're going to need to go through a few floors of arcades, and since they don't even spawn on the super later floors anyway, I don't know. I think it's kind of a bummer.
Now, I'd say if they, you know what they could have done with it, in my opinion, is not just arcade machines. They could have made it to where, like, blood machines too. because if they made it to where blood machines have a higher chance of breaking, that's an item right there. That's an HP up just for breaking it because you're
Or
lucky
how
enough to
about,
not
or
have too
hell,
much health.
how about making it so the blood donation machines give you double money
See,
as well?
exactly. You're lucky. You get a higher chance to spawn nickels and
You
dimes.
get normal mode blood machines. Isn't that a new hard mode nerf? Like, in normal mode,
Oh,
don't they
yeah.
like drop more?
Yeah, they do. They 100% do.
Yeah, so you know they could have done that. Just something, right?
I'd say it's meh. It's pretty meh.
I think
could,
it is
like,
meh. Now it's fun.
It could be better.
Yeah, right. I think honestly, if it was guaranteed every single floor, I think he'd be at least mid. But the
Right.
fact that it's not
And
even
if
guaranteed.
the blood machine thing, I think hella good.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because then you have the money. Because that's another thing with this. You're assuming that you have the money as well. What if you don't have any money? You can't even abuse it. Albeit you're gonna get money from the arcades likely because Kane is really lucky, but
Right.
that's still based
But the
on
most
luck.
you can drop from that is what, 2 coins?
I mean, you could get nickels or something. I don't know. Again, with the blood donation idea, then it would be a lot better.
Right. So as a birthright, it's meh. It doesn't really improve his character. It makes it a little more fun to play, but it's not like giving a buff.
Okay, it does obviously improve him, but you know, it's nothing crazy. It's nowhere near the same buff as Tainted Mag having another heart that doesn't disintegrate. But moving on, Tainted Kane.
That's easy. Hella good. Hella good. He gets double the pickups from items. That's hella good. Because you get, like, from taking a Devil Deal, you get a Black Heart, Soul Heart, which you can use to make Angel and Devil Deal items. And to get double of it, you can have a higher chance of Insane. I'll take Insane, too. I'm not even going to lie. Doubling it. One, he's already a broken character. The fact that he can make any item in the game. And for you to get more pickups, that's ridiculous. It's literally insane.
Okay, yeah. So I hate this character. I've always hated this character, but I can't cap. Everybody that plays as Tainted Kane always makes Birthright. It's the most boring character ever. Anyway, that's a different video.
Okay.
It is broken. It's absolutely broken. There's no reason why you wouldn't make Birthright as your first item. If you have the option to make Birthright, you're making it because you basically get double items. You do. You get double items.
I think you get more than double items. With double pickups, you already drop like 5 pickups each time. You only need, what, 8? So if you get double, that's 10 each item you grab. That's literally, that's like...
Now, albeit, it still doesn't let him hold 18 hearts, so I mean...
I mean, you're right.
No matter
but
how
you're
many
more
items...
likely to win as Tainted Kane with his Birthright than Maggie. I'm not gonna... No, I lied. Take that back. I don't know.
No, I disagree. Okay, that's actually a good way we can look at this list. If they start with the Birthright, how... Well, no, because then it's still ranking the character themselves. Never mind. Never mind. But I will say, in that specific argument, Mag is absolutely more broken. Because if you could have 18 hearts, you could just get 1,000,000 soul hearts right off bat. You know? It's so easy to get health in this game if you're good enough. Anyway. Plus you get a full health pill with 18 heart containers. Anyway. What is it? It is very broken. Tainted Kane. I mean, everybody makes Birthright with this character. Probably more broken than Isaac, TBH. Judas. I love this one. Again, this is kind of like Kane, though. I think it's very, very fun. I don't know exactly how good it is, but it's cool. Basically, the Book of Belial becomes similar to Book of Virtues, which is Bethany's base item. You know how her held item usually stacks with every other reusable item? That's what the Book of Belial Birthright effect does. It makes Book of Belial stack with every single other reusable item in the entire game. The damage boost received from Book of Belial scales with the amount of charges the item has. So, I have not experimented that much with this, so I can't really give that great of an opinion on it. I don't know exactly how broken it is. I'm doing Judas out of order, by the way. I'm sorry about that. Whatever. I don't exactly know how broken it is, but I can only assume that it could be crazy.
You gotta think about it though. Judas gets he doesn't get carried, but the damage up is really nice for bosses.
I'm
Now,
thinking,
and
I'm
for even
thinking
just
like,
clearing room.
I'm thinking
So-
like one room charges. Like if you get a reusable item that's a one room charge, you can use Book of Belial every single room.
Yeah, but it's not gonna give you as much of a damage up.
Yeah, but you get a damage up stacked with whatever. Like let's say you have like Tammy's head. You just use it every single room. Why not? Or
Yeah.
Guppy's head. You get a free damage up every single time.
Right. That's true.
I definitely do think it's at least mid.
I'd say mid. I think mid's a great place. I wouldn't put it above Tainted Mag though, in my opinion.
You're probably right. I just think it's super cool. It's super cool.
It is cool. No, it's really sick. I mean, like, say you have Book of Rev. You're getting Soul Heart during the boss battle, and you're getting what? Probably like a whole 5 damage up. Because
Oh, that's true, because
like
it's
a
more
6 from
charges,
charge.
so you get more damage.
Right. So that's
I didn't
really
think about
good.
that. I actually didn't even think about that. If you have a higher charge item, it would be even. Yo, imagine if.
But
you
you're
had,
not.
Like,
But you gotta remember, you're not using it as much, and that's what damages. What
yo,
helps.
wait.
Tainted
How
Judas.
much? How much would Mega Brim be?
Damn.
I didn't even think about that. Well, that's such a situational thing, though. But yeah,
Right.
I think he's fine here. I like it though.
And it's a perfect place for him.
Um,
Now, Tainted Judas. Now, I've played with Tainted Judas's Birthright.
what is
It
it? What does
extends
it
the
do?
darkness, double the effect. It doubles the effect of the time you're in the darkness state, and it also extends it to a bigger radius. So you don't even have to run through something. You can run near something, and it puts the dark art effects on them.
Oh, so it just makes
Which
his
I think-
hitbox bigger.
Yes.
Oh.
His effect area bigger, not his hitbox.
I didn't even realize
His hitbox
that.
would be him taking damage. Now, that, in my opinion, is really good. I'd say it's mid, in between Maggie and Judas, maybe high tier mid. For the fact that, I mean, I'd say it's hella good, but that's just me. Because you gotta think of it like this though. With that, you don't have a lot of people take damage as Dark Judas because they lose their dark arts midst of running through something.
Let me put in my 2 cents on it. What bums me out about this Birthright is that there's other items that make dark arts better than Birthright does. If you get 9 Vault, for example, way better. You could use dark arts twice as much. I think using it twice as much, getting that invincibility twice as much more often is way more useful than getting more range and hitting more things. Like, more of the effect while you use it. Because just having more periods of invincibility is more useful. Now, albeit, I know I'm comparing this item to a different item, but it's just that's a point that I don't like about it. That it's not his best item.
Okay,
Like-
but you gotta think of it like this: is it good for him? That's what we're discussing. Now,
It is,
think
it
of it
is.
like this: if you had Birthright,
But there's items better for him.
okay, but if you had Birthright and got 9-fold, then you're always hitting 9-fold
And that's
while
true.
with a bigger area of Birthright.
And that's true. That's absolutely
And
true.
then
But I would
if
even,
you get
you know what?
speed ups throughout the game, you're zooming through the whole. You're covering more area of that room with the dark arts because of the wider range, with the speed ups too. You know what I mean? You can literally go in a zigzag motion and cover the whole room and get a high damage up from hitting more targets. Because you gotta remember, each target you hit in dark arts, gives you a damage up.
Right.
So hitting more targets because you have a wider range is going to give you a higher damage stat once you're out of dark arts to do massive damage right after.
I don't think it really. I've had this before. I don't think it changes him that much. It doesn't make as big of a difference as having another health for Tainted Mag, at least in my opinion. Because I can't tell you how many times that extra heart has saved a Tainted Mag run for me when I'm fighting Hush.
But you also don't. I feel like, I mean, yes, you've completed every mark in the game.
Right.
The game.
And I've also
But
done
I
all of
feel
Tainted
like
Judas'
I've probably
marks.
played more Tainted Judas than you have.
Well, you've also
and-
lost as Tainted Judas more than I
Well,
have.
that's because I'm garbage. But I can tell you, a lot of situations having the Birthright would be good.
Oh, well, obviously it's good. Again, Birthright's good on every character. But it goes further than just 9 Vault. Store's energy is better. You could being able to use Dark Arts twice, like instantly, is crazy. I don't know. I just don't. I mean, I still don't think it's as much as Tainted Mag. I do agree it's at least mid though.
I can leave that. I can leave it in between them.
We can discuss it again later. Let's talk Eve, boys.
All right. Eve is lit. I'm not even gonna lie. She gets constant Horror Babylon. It's like when she has no red hearts or one red heart. It's just the effect always active, no matter what. So you don't have to get rid of hearts to activate it. You don't have to use the Razor Blade constantly. Now, what you could do is you'll always be in Horror Babylon and use the Razor Blade at the same time. It's a permanent damage up. Not just that, but it's a free familiar that does decent damage that flies around the screen.
Right. Now, I get this. As a big Eve stan, I've always said I like Eve more than even Judas.
One of your favorite characters, 100%. I know.
Well, regular. I think she's better than people give her credit for.
100%.
I think. Okay, is this good? I think it's good. It's super lame though. Tell me it's not lame.
All right, it's lame.
It's lame. Yes, they didn't do jack. They said let's just give her the stuff she already has. Period. Okay, I get the potential of it. You can make her a red heart character. But like I don't know. Like it's not that big of a deal to make her a soul heart character. And Dead Bird, I mean, come on. Dead Bird's not really doing anything besides early game. You know?
Alright, but you gotta think of it like this though. Before you can even get the Horror Babylon effect,
they should have made her have 5 dead birds at a time. That's what they should have done.
See, no, that's just broken at that point. That's literally insane.
That's fire.
Alright, come on.
No, there's some birthrights on this list that are like that, alright? Way stronger than that. I'm just saying.
Alright, me personally, I'd put her above Dark Judas in mid. That's just because it's a permanent damage up. And then you can combo it with the starting item she already has.
I know I was just ragging on Dark Judas, but I actually don't think it's as good as Dark Judas is.
You don't think so?
I really don't. Because at the end of the day, let's say, okay, compare Soulheart Eve to the same thing as Redheart Eve with Birthright. What's the difference in stats? Yes, you have 3 red hearts instead of 3 soul hearts. There's no difference in stats though. It doesn't change anything.
You can heal a red heart. You can heal a red heart. You can't heal a soul heart.
It's true, but you could just do the same thing with
a
soul heart.
She has a starting item where you get damage up by using red heart damage instead of losing a soul heart for it.
No, that's true. I mean, it's,
like I said, and look, I advocated hard for Dark Judas, but I genuinely think Eve's better. That's just my opinion.
Really? You think it's better?
It's constant Horror Babylon effect, bruh, and a free familiar.
Yeah, but you could just get that
not
for
just that,
free.
but you can play her with red hearts with the Razor Blade. Usually, get rid of the Razor Blade after the first, second floor after you hit 2 devil deals already.
I feel like
because you already have Horror Babylon effect.
I don't know. Maybe they should have given her like flight or something. I just don't.
We're
think
not
it's
talking
enough.
about what. You're right. I get that it's not enough, and that's what we could have argued with Kane, and that's why we put him in meh. So I understand that, but I don't know. Just me personally, I just think it's better than Dark Judas. That's just me. But
no way.
I can't front you because I love Dark Judas to put her behind it in a front of Judas. That's fine. If that's what you want to do, we could do that. It's just one spot different. I'm just saying.
All right, let's come back to it. Let's come back to it.
You can always fix it later.
Because I think it should be there.
Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy.
Listen, but like the potential of Belial is so much higher than Horror of Babylon Forever. Who cares?
You're talking about the potential, right? No. Because you didn't give me the potential for Dark Judas.
The highs of Horror of Babylon only go so far. It's the same as her base character. It doesn't technically change anything except for the fact you could have red health.
Bro, I still don't think Tainted Mag should be top mid, but whatever.
Okay, you haven't played her enough to understand how useful that
You're
heart
right.
is.
You're right.
Any long-term boss, that extra heart is huge. I actually would argue she could even be bottom hella good.
No, you're gonna keep her ass in mid.
We'll
That's
see.
what she's saying.
I'm gonna leave Eve here for now. We'll come back to it.
Nah, meet me in the middle. Put her right in between them.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. Like you said, you have Book of Rev stacked with Belial. You get so much damage up.
Like that is situational though. We're talking
Yes,
about her as a character right now.
But you have to understand.
Gets...
Okay. Even the idea of stacking you basically have backpack with Judas. Let's look at it that way. It's backpack. And you get both effects. Think about that for a second. That changes how you play him.
You know what? You know what? You're not wrong.
Different.
Having 2 active items is good because you get a lot of active
crazy.
items runs, and then you always have to switch them out. Having 2 active items is good. You know what? LOL. I can see that too. But you know what? That's fine. Leave it like that. All right. I'm gonna come to an agreement. That's not bad. It's actually really good.
Anyway, Tainted Eve's the best character in the game. Her Birthright effect is also very good. It makes it so that her clots spawn temporary half red hearts on death. So whenever a clot dies, it will spawn a temporary half red heart, just like how Tainted Mag would spawn half hearts that go away. Clots spawned from other types of hearts will not drop hearts though, so it's only the red heart clots, which is fine. This is very good. I don't think it's insane though. I would say hella good.
I'd say hella good too. Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely great because potentially, if you always pick up the hearts,
it's too good to be mid, and it's in the border of strong. Mid and hella good.
It's definitely
and I think
very,
hella
very
good,
strong.
Really good, a really good place to put it.
I just think the characters above it have a much higher ceiling. I would still argue that Tainted Isaac's effect is a little better though. I mean, hell, I would argue Tainted Isaac is insane, but that's just me.
Yeah, see, I don't see that. I think Tainted Eve's above Tainted Isaac, but
okay.
That's more potential. All right, you already know how broken she is when she spawns 3 red clots that take your damage and tier rate.
Mm-hmm.
Now think of one of them breaking, you can respawn a fully health one instantly by grabbing a heart.
Well, yeah, but you can do the same by just clicking whatever reusable item is.
The spectrum, something like that.
Yeah, you could always heal your clots. That's nothing. No, I don't think it's as good as Tainted Isaac. I really don't. It's still really good. Don't get me wrong. I would say it's on the same level as Tainted Mag. That's just me though.
Nah, I'd keep it in hella good. I'll leave it hella good bottom. I would not put her up. I would not put her.
I would never. No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I would never put her here. But I do think this should happen anyway.
I don't, but it's okay.
Anyway,
there's so much more characters. You gotta think about that. All right.
All right. My man Sam though. All right.
I don't even know what Sam's does actually.
Okay, so the thing is, I used to think this is insane. Am I doing my math wrong on this? What is point? Okay, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. His Birthright makes his Bloodlust grant 4 more damage boosts above his usual cap. However, it also says it does it at boosts at 0.2 intervals for a new maximum total of 14. Can you do me a favor? Can you look up what his usual cap is?
Yeah, for sure.
Because is this 14 damage stat? Because if this is a maximum total of 14 damage stat, that is absurdly broken, and I think it's even insane. But I don't know if that's what this means. I just want to make sure. So yes, this is, okay, potentially, if this is 14 damage, this is crazy. Because I already have said Samson is like, he's like top 3 best base characters, I would say. Well, top 5 at least. He's one of the best candidates for beating the game with no items. Bloodlust is that insane if you get enough heart drops. And he starts a Child's Heart, obviously. Getting more boosts on top of that, because that's the only problem with Bloodlust, is that the damage doesn't go higher than its cap. And raising that cap by 4 hits, that's a lot of extra damage, man.
No, that's actually more than double. He only starts off with a +6 damage in regular. So he turns into 14. That's double +1.
What?
Yep, I'm looking at it right now. Damage increase, this is what Bloodlust does, okay? Damage increase by a flat plus 0.5 for the first hit, an additional plus 0.2 for each hit, right?
Oh.
So until 1.5 at 6, the maximum total is 6 damage up. And he goes up with Rage in Bloodlust with his Birthright, he goes to 14. That is ridiculous.
What?
That is insane.
Wait, so what's the
every
original
time you
cap?
Huh?
What's the original cap you said?
6.
And it's 14 now.
14 now. I did not know that. That is wild.
That's like...
He's
Wait,
definitely insane.
Hold on. Because, hear me out. That is the strongest damage up in the game. Okay, to be fair, it does take a lot of hits. It's not like Sacred Heart.
No, I mean, what? No, it takes... I'm gonna tell you right now, actually. It takes 6 hits to put him at 6. Each hit is 0.5, right? And then after that, it's plus 2 for each hit until 1.5 at 6. The max is total 6 damage up. So it takes 5 and then 2. So if you did this math, I gotta do this math real quick to get to 6, right? So 0.5, then 2 after that would be... No, you're right. That is an insane amount of hits. That is an insane amount.
He has to take a lot of damage to get to that point. You could definitely still abuse it.
Especially if you have... Actually, no. If you have Child's Heart, that's nothing.
Yeah.
If you have health up in Child's Heart, that's nothing.
Here's the thing. This kind of coincides with what Samson is. I love this Birthright. I actually think it's perfect for him. Just increase the cap. Great. That's a great Birthright effect. Abusing Bloodlust is harder on the future floors when you take twice as much health. Although, doesn't he... No, I'm pretty sure he... Even though you take double health, I'm pretty sure you get double the damage boost, though. I'm pretty sure you do. Either way, it's still harder to retain health on the later floors. But it even goes far... Bro, tell me this isn't like the most broken for Beast of any Birthright. You could just bomb yourself
100%.
in the bedroom. You could just bomb yourself until you get to max plus 14 Bloodlust and then heal in the bed.
Alright, so I think he is behind Tainted Cain. And that's not me being a Tainted Cain stan. It's the fact that Tainted Cain can literally bust a game with double pickups. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I can agree. I mean? I can agree. As much as I hate Tainted Cain, Sam does take some prep.
Yeah. Isaac, look, him and Isaac, that's a hard comparison, though. Because Isaac's is really good. It's literally insane.
It is.
Now, Tainted Sam is insane as well, but it's more situational than Isaac. As a utility, Isaac's is better. Yes, he gives the best damage up from it, and it helps 100% with other bosses. Like, the amount of times you get hit by Tainted Delirium is ridiculous because he's just throwing himself around the floor. You know what I mean? He's switching things so fast you don't have time to pick which one he's going to be, where he's going to be at. And Beast, you take so many hits in Beast. Well, at least against the Hellbringers and Dogma, that you'll have that damage up that whole Beast fight.
I'm gonna leave it up to you.
Again,
I think you can go either way.
I think he should be behind Isaac because you can get broken so fast with Isaac with his Birthright. Because you gotta think about it. First 3 floors, you already got good ass items.
Yeah.
Like really good items. And if you hit a Devil Deal or an Angel Room, that's just GG. Now, a Planetarium, don't even get me started. Like,
granted, I do think that this effect is absolutely busted, but it is kind of situational because you have to have the health output to make use of it. Whereas
100%. There are health ups.
Whereas Isaac's effect, all 3 of these characters' effects are almost always insane. You could maybe make an argument that Mag is kind of situational, but I really don't think so. It's so easy to get Soul Hearts. Like,
100%.
Like, it really is not that hard to get.
And then, you know what? Even with the more health you have, you can go into Curse Rooms.
Plus,
you can take more damage from Sacrifice Rooms to get more Soul Hearts.
I could be wrong about this. I think Mag has a higher chance to get health ups than any other character.
Does she?
I think.
Look, you know what? I believe it. Because at this point, I didn't even know all the characters had different health damage up stats. That's why.
I think she does. I think somewhere I heard that. And if that's the case, well, there you go. It's even easier to get past your cap.
Yeah, I'd say that's good. Samson should be there. Now, every time we put a new character in Insane, that's a gamble to put him there, because it's to switch him out. You know what I mean? To see if he stays right behind Isaac or
I
in front of the other
still
one.
listen. That damage output is insane, bro. 14
Yeah,
damage.
14 damage,
off
bro.
base. Off base. Anyway, Tainted Sam.
All right, what does Tainted Sam's do?
All right, it makes the Berserk timer gain 3 seconds instead of 1 when you kill an enemy under the timer. All right.
That's it.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. That's it. It is good only for rooms. That's not gonna do jack for bosses.
Yeah, I'll always stand that he's not the greatest against bosses. He's just not.
Sam might be fun, but I actually don't even think he's that good of a character. But again, that's a different video.
I say it's meh. It could be better.
This effect absolutely could be better. I think maybe they should have made his like melee attack bigger or something, or I don't know, something. I think
I'd say he's above Kane. I'd say he's above Kane and meh. That's me thing. I don't think it's mid. It can't be mid. 3 seconds. You get 3 seconds.
No, I agree. I agree. He's not mid. I don't know whether he goes below or above though. I actually think I want to put him below, because the thing is that Kane can get broken from his arcades. This effect isn't really going to change much against the bosses. It really isn't. I'm sorry.
That's true. You get Pretty Flies, pills, which he automatically gets PhD from.
And melee,
you can break it for $1. And if you get a slot machine, that's just GG.
Here's another thing. Now, I don't know if we should take this into consideration, but I think this effect actually hurts his character in a way. The thing is that what I'll always say about Tainted Samson is that he's weak because his melee attack specifically is bad against some of the bosses. You actually want to use the tears a lot of the time, and then the melee comes in at the worst time.
That's true. You're right. It's not like the Forgotten where his thing gets bigger whenever he gets his tears, and he can switch between soul and regular smacking.
Now,
and you can always, and you gets the effect with his bone too. So you're right. I think behind Kane it would be good too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
To be honest, I could debate putting him in ill, but
we can wait. Let's see what else people have. All right. Now, next up is Blue Baby. So the thing with Blue Baby is that this doesn't
he's a
look
garbage
that
character.
This doesn't look exactly. That's also true. This isn't supposed to make him broken. They were never trying to make him broken with this Birthright. But this is a big buff. So, Blue Baby, his Birthright makes his soul hearts gain from HP ups doubled. Now, that's not crazy. I would even say it's kind of boring.
It definitely makes Blue Baby a little easier to play though. For people, he's a challenge character. He's supposed to be hard. But if you were to get what?
That's a lot of extra soul hearts. Because HP ups are the most common item at the end of the day.
Some of them will give you 2 hearts, and some of them will give you a heart, a random heart, and the regular heart. Like what is it? Bandage? Doesn't bandage gives you a soul heart?
I didn't even think about that. Wait, it just says soul hearts gained from HP ups are doubled. So let's say you get super bandage. Does that mean you get 4 soul hearts?
100%.
I didn't even think about that. HP ups.
So
I assume it means red HP ups, right? Because
there's the angel room one where it gives you 3 hearts. That's 6 soul hearts from a free angel room item.
Whoa.
That you're gonna guarantee get if you skip a devil deal, because he can only run soul hearts.
Okay, wait, hear me out. Does this also count towards soul heart HP? Probably not. But I was gonna say.
No, wait. Oh
wait,
no.
What if PJs gave you like 8 soul hearts?
You know what? I can actually Google that, because if it does, then that's 100% in mid somewhere. Because that just makes him. Because you gotta remember, we're doing it as for a character. You know what I mean?
Well,
I
how
think
much
right
it
now,
helps
right
them.
there's perfect.
The effect is how much it helps them.
Right. So right there is perfect for right now. But if it doubles soul heart gains too, then that's 100% above. It has to be.
Right. It is still kind of situational.
So good.
It is kind of situational.
I don't know. Heart HP ups are super common.
The thing is that because again, not being able to have red hearts, for any character, especially Blue Baby, because he doesn't have anything going for him. That's the point of him. He's literally an Isaac with no red health. So basically,
not even Isaac gets D6. He gets a poop.
For real. That's a huge enhancement to his soul hearts. I don't know. Maybe I am overhyping it a little bit.
I don't think so.
I just might be overhyping it a little bit. I think it might even just be top of meh. Because as much as I was
bottom mid, 100% bottom mid. He's such a difficult character to play as, and just because he gets nothing going for him besides, no, literally nothing. He's straight challenge, and for you to make the challenge a little easier, it's just crazy. Cause like, it just is. Cause you gotta think about it. The soul heart out. You get, like I said, HP ups are useless for Blue Baby, but the fact that it gives double makes HP ups okay items.
You went from a pretty good item. I mean, every health item up. What the frick? Every health up item at that point is balls of steel. Exactly.
Yeah, I'd say mid, bottom mid for now.
Okay, we can change it later if we need to. All right. So Tainted Blue Baby. This is a big one. This is a really big one.
That's so offensively strong.
Okay, so this one's at least hella good.
Yeah. 100%.
So, Tainted Blue Baby, his birthright makes it so that his maximum number of poop pickups to be carried are 29. Usually he has a max poop counter of 9. And they could have just doubled it and made it 18, but no, they made it freaking 29. That is a lot of extra. That enhances his abilities by 3 times. More than that. That's absurd. And he's already... Again, this is a contender for a character that can beat the game with no items. So, to enhance his ability even further, that is crazy.
Yeah. No, not insane. Hella good. 100%. Wait, no.
29? You can spam them. And not to mention...
fire poops, explosive poops.
Infinite bombs. Holy poops, which give you Sacred Heart.
Yeah, you could drop them there. Drop them right like it's hot. All right, I could deal with that. Definitely not above the other two. The other two are just too broken. They literally break the game. It's ridiculous.
I don't know, man. 29 poops can definitely break the game.
You're forgetting the amount of items and whatever item Tainted Cain can make. It's gonna be hard to pass Tainted Cain, bro. And Maggie's just cop, bro. But
hearts? Blue Baby doesn't even need items after getting Birthright. He doesn't even need items after getting Birthright.
Nah. Put him behind Cain, 100%. If you can argue later again and change my mind from other characters we get, then we can move him up. But right now he stays there.
All right, whatever. We'll come back to it. Anyways.
Okay, Eden's Birthright's pretty cool.
Let me know.
What it does is, once you grab it, it drops 3 random items from any pool, and you can only pick one. But it's literally just random item though, from a random item pool.
I actually didn't know this one.
I'm looking at it. It's not bad. It's not meh. Well, no, cause random item pool, that could be Curse Room. It could be Devil Deal, Angel Room. You know, it could literally be, it could be Planetarium, and you could get 2 Planetary items. You know what I mean? You could pick which one you want. Now the fact that you can only grab one of them kind of sucks, compared to if you drop 3, you can only grab 1. That's kind of lame. I wouldn't put him that high up mid, and let me tell you why. Because it's random. It's still RNG based.
It is. But you could also pick it up in a situation where because here's the thing, right? Birthright is mostly found in shops. You know how common it would be to find a shop that has a restock machine? You spawn the items, then you could restock them, right?
You know what? You're not wrong.
If you can re-roll all 3 completely random pools and potentially get Sacred Heart, whatever the frick, Brimstone, anything, Epic Fetus, there's no item weight. The thing is, item weight is something that many people don't understand. Item weight is what single-handedly makes Isaac so broken, because the D6 does not take into effect item weight whenever it rerolls an item. Not having any item weight means that Sacred Heart is just as likely as Breakfast, and that is absurd.
Yeah.
And that's 3 options at the end of the day. One of those items is going to be good. If there's no weight, what the likelihood of you getting a quality 3 or 4 item, which all quality 3 or 4 items is great. So the likelihood of you getting at least one 3 or 4 quality item is very high. And even on top of that, you can potentially re-roll those items again.
Well, it's not high. It's
pretty high. You have 3. No, because you have 3 chances. There's quality 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if there's no weight whatsoever, you have a pretty high chance. You have at least a 40% chance of getting a quality 3 or higher in one of those items.
Yeah.
Okay, now albeit, I think I was over talking him.
I was about to say, I don't know if he's above the Judases. Definitely above the Blue Baby. Definitely above Eve.
I think that's good.
Fine. Yeah, that's a good spot.
I mean, because again, it is still technically luck-based, but I think there is potential there. You could definitely do some charcuterie, maybe with some freaking Perthrow rune or whatever the frick, so you get the D6 somehow.
Right.
There's potential there. All right, now this one, this is another insane. Tainted Eden. Items gained before Birthright will not be re-rolled. So, for anyone who doesn't know, Tainted Eden, this is one of my favorite characters of the game. Every time he gets hit, he re-rolls all of his items. He D4s every single item in his
Well, it's from their
arsenal.
item pool. It's from their
true.
item pool.
That's also very true. So if you pick up an Angel Room item, it'll re-roll into another random Angel Room item. That's the same as the D4 though. D4 does that.
I wouldn't say insane. I'd say hella good. Because you
no,
have to pick
let me tell you why this is high insane. Let me tell you why this is the best we've seen thus far. Let me explain. I'm not capping. All right. Think about it for a second. You see Birthright in the shop or anywhere. It doesn't matter where you see it. You see it. You don't have to pick it up right away. You know what it does. So what do? You run into an enemy. You run into anything until you get a broken ass setup. You can re-roll infinitely until you get freaking Sacred Heart, until you get Brimstone, until you get anything. It is infinite re-rolls. I mean, for as much health as you have. But generally, you're going to have a lot of health.
You know what? You're right. And the fact that it re-rolls his stats, too, every time
you don't need to pick up Birthright right away. You could strategize with it.
Right.
You can keep every single broken item that you just re-rolled into, and then they can never get re-rolled again. You instantly have Sacred Heart. You have freaking, I don't know, whatever item. There's so much potential there. Even if you only, let's say you get Birthright first floor, you could still abuse it. You get one item room item, you could still just hurt yourself on a fire until you get like Polyphemus or something. It really is not that hard. It's super easy to get insane with that. So much so, I think it's even better than Mag. Because it's, even with Mag, you still have to get all those soul hearts to abuse it. It is so abusable with Eden. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Again, I don't think it's better than Tainted Cain.
It's absolutely way better than Tainted Cain.
Tell me why. Tainted Cain can literally make any of those items.
Guess what? So can he. Without even needing the items.
He needs to grab the item in the pool for it to happen.
No, but it doesn't matter. Any item room pool has good items. It does not matter. Yeah, maybe you can't get Sacred Heart unless you pick up an Angel Room item. But, I mean, that just goes even further. The fact that you can pick up a Devil Deal item, or let's say Birthright's on 3rd floor. Let's say you already have a Devil Deal item or an Angel Room item. You can hurt yourself until you guaranteed get Brimstone, until you guaranteed get Sacred Heart. Because eventually you're going to get it. You're going to get something good out of that. There's so many good Angel Room items and so many good Devil Deal items. There's so many good Secret Room items. You get a Secret Room item, you get rock bottom guaranteed. Let's say you get it first floor. You could open up the Secret Room, find a random ass Secret Room item.
I need you to describe rock bottom to me again, because I always forget.
Rock bottom is one of the most broken items in the game. It makes it so that it's impossible to get a stat down. Let's say you use a strength card. You keep that. You keep that strength.
Permanent everything up you grab. Yeah.
Basically, it's one of the most broken items in the game, and you can basically guarantee that if you get a Secret Room item, you get Echo Chamber. Secret Room items are super busted, and you get that on any single floor. You could get exactly what item you want. It's D6 on crack. I think that's the best way I can describe it. It is D6, but with infinite charges. You charge.
Now, what do you do if you don't have the health?
You do though. You're going to get. Trust me. I have so much experience with this character. Now, okay. Admittedly, again, this list is not based on the character himself. I still wouldn't say he's the best character in the game with this Birthright. But I mean, I don't know, man. That gives him a hella good start. It really does. Wherever you found Birthright, you're getting a hella good start. It completely negates his challenge. He's not even a challenge character at that point anymore. He isn't. You just get to keep Sacred Heart or anything. It even goes as simple as just a damage up, you know? Let's say you get it first floor. You pick up a random item and the boss room item. Most boss room items, the boss room item pool, are damage ups or tears ups or something. You can guarantee Torn Photo. You can guarantee growth hormones. You know? Do you know what I'm saying?
What? Yeah.
That makes him
I'll leave it there
start.
because you know what's crazy though too that I can't get over is that not just his items roll but his stats roll.
That's true. And
he could get a random 20 damage up and not good items, but he's still at 20 damage, not based off his items, which is ridiculous that it'll just keep it there. Is it his stats or his damage that stays? I think it's just the items actually.
It is just the items, but you're going to always keep consistent damage if you're keeping growth hormones. You're always guaranteed a boss room item at the end of the day.
Nope. And base stats become locked to what they were at the time of pickup. Nope, that's cracked.
That is pretty cracked.
That's cracked. No, that's it. It's cracked. No, I didn't notice that. That's cracked.
Anyways, this effect doesn't seem that crazy. To end it off with context, it's the most broken we've seen thus far. There are more broken effects. Don't worry, we'll get there. But that is an insane effect. Anyway.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Okay, I had a pee, so I wanted to keep it on pause so you can cut it out at the perfect time. I didn't want you to, you know what I mean? I wanted to be able to, if you could edit it at a good time.
Just go.
I'll go pee. Hold up.
Just go. Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna keep it going because I don't feel like editing it. But yeah. Moving on. We have Laz. All right. So the thing with Laz. This one kind of bums me out a little bit. In fact, this one bums me out a lot. All right, so Birthright does nothing to base Laz. It doesn't do anything. It only triggers after Lazarus dies and becomes Lazarus Risen.
I wanted to give you grace to edit
it out. I don't care. I'm not doing it. We're doing it.
All right.
So Lazarus's Birthright effect doesn't do anything until he dies, and then he basically gets Red Stew. I think this is the first ew. And let me tell you why. Red Stew is a nice effect. But at the end of the day, after that Red Stew runs out, it's gone. Actually.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Actually. Although I was thinking about old Laz. New Laz gets a life every single floor.
Oh, so that's Red Stew guaranteed every floor. I'd say top tier meh. Maybe bottom mid.
Wait, I'm thinking of potential now. Are we sure that it's every time he dies? Grants plus 7.2 damage bonus that fades by 0.12 per second until the effect completely fades. Killing an enemy restores 0.07 damage of the bonus. I completely
The item
forgot.
is triggered. It says the item is triggered if Lazarus dies and becomes Lazarus risen.
Oh
So it's
shoot.
every death he has.
That's pretty good. uh, but I mean,
Yeah,
you're forced to die. You're not gonna have health, so you make use of it.
Well, a good defense is a great offense. So that's also something you gotta think about. If you know how to play, as somebody who knows how to play, you can move around. Okay, I mean you could put him back in mid. He's definitely not a mech character.
I don't know, man.
Behind, I'll put him behind, but he's I put him above Eve. Not Eden. Eden's pretty good. Actually, I think Eden should go above the Judases. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe both of them. Let me see. I'm trying to remember what bigger. So definitely above Dark Judas. Regular Judas. I don't think he's above regular Judas. I'd say he's between them. But Lazarus definitely above. You know what? I'd say he's above Dark Judas too.
I'm actually
that's a huge damage up, and he already gets a damage up from turning into.
Okay, but the crazy thing about this is that he gets it every floor.
You're right. That's what I'm saying.
He basically
So
picks up red stew every floor for free.
And you know what? You could also do this. You can do it you don't have to do it the whole floor. You can do it before the boss and get all that damage in the beginning of the boss fight.
Yo, although he won't have any health. Although let's even just talk about it from a just standalone, right? That makes his Lazarus Risen form way stronger. Yeah, he'll revive with only 1 health, but you can destroy a boss with that last life. You could just keep him as a regular character.
And if you grab Holy Mantle or you left some soul hearts on the floor, you can grab them and then run to the boss.
That could potentially save a run. And again, you'll still keep the damage bonus like Red Stew, so you could still like carry that damage bonus a few extra floors, and it'll stack with each other. Honestly, yeah. That's crazy. I was about to put that in ew, but it's a lot better than I gave it credit for. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I'd say right there is a good spot.
Now let me tell you why Tainted Lazarus is easily the best Birthright in the entire game, and it's not even close. Let me read you.
Go ahead.
Let me read you an excerpt from the Binding of Isaac Rebirth fandom wiki. The non-active form of Tainted Lazarus will appear in ghostly form, being completely immune to damage and dealing 25% damage, including tier effects like Holy Light. Holding the down drop key allows the active form to move independently, just like Jacob and Esau. Basically, this Birthright gives him Jacob and Esau, but
without the bigger hitbox.
Exactly. It is.
You know what? That should 100% have been Jacob and Esau's Birthright.
Bro.
But the fact that they gave it to Tainted Laz is ridiculous.
Let me tell you why this is absolutely absurd. Absurd. Wow. This Birthright makes Tainted Lazarus the best character in the game. And Tainted Lazarus is at least the 4th worst character in the game.
It's a better Incubus. This is way better. They hold items.
Tainted Lazarus is an awful character. But with this item, he always has great damage output. He has double the items because Flip gives him 2 items. So he gets all the benefit of Flip getting double the items, which is way better than D6 at that point. Way better. Not even close. And on top of that, you're abusing Flip to give you double the health bars because you have 2 different health bars. You're in a boss fight, right? You have 12 hearts.
Wait. When you can flip and turn into the other Lazarus.
Exactly.
You can do that. You've seen it.
Guess what? I've done it. That was my last Tainted Laz achievement. Was flipping in the middle of the mother fight.
And getting all that health. That's ridiculous.
I face tanked. I literally face tanked on purpose just to show how OP was. Because I had 12 hearts on one Tainted Laz and another 12 hearts on the other Tainted Laz. You know what's crazy about that? That's more health than Mag with Birthright. That's more health than Mag with Birthright. That's what's 12 plus 12? 24. That's 24 hearts.
Yeah, that
And
that
on
is,
top of that, you get double
that is
items.
a new tier. That's a new tier. That's a new tier. That's him. I am him. No, am I him?
What? What are you talking about?
You never seen those? You never seen those videos? It goes like, it's like I think of it like this. I've seen this one. It was like Goku and Vegeta were talking. He's like, Kakarot, are we them? Kakarot's like, I think you're him.
I don't
like,
know.
he's the dude. Tainted lass.
Anyways, nothing's ever coming close to that. That's another level.
That's wild. I mean, look, there's a lot more birthrights.
And this is another thing. It makes him the best character in the game, and this list isn't even based on that. This list is based on how much it helps the character. You want to talk about helping the character? They made a terrible character broken.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So for this list, yeah, he absolutely deserves his own tier. It's not even close.
Yeah, it's not even fair to rank him with everybody else. That's wild. That's so wild.
I can't believe that they did that to him. And he gets double items for free. For free. Anyway. Moving on to a simpler character, Azazel. Okay.
Alright. It's not ill. But it's not it's hard. It's like bottom meh, bro. You know what? I lie. It just makes it bigger. That's ill. And
Azazel's
We
okay.
need context. All right, we gotta get these men context. All right, we get so ahead of ourselves. So what it does is give him Mega Brim thighs.
But
that's not
no
damage,
effect on
that's
damage.
Not range. Nothing. It's just Mega Brim size. So you could still have base range with Mega Brim and still have to be vulnerable to being close. And you know what? Look, Manor made it clear to me that whenever you play as Azazel, you can only get through the first four floors before his brim doesn't even matter if you didn't grab a damage up. And I was playing as him and I tried it out and he's right. You can't fight Mega Satan with no damage ups as Azazel, no matter how easy Azazel is as a character. You just can't.
You still need items.
Just because his brim is big, one, you still have to get Buku's range ups for it to even do anything, and damage ups.
It should absolutely give him a damage up. It should absolutely give him a damage up.
It should have, 100%. If it made it big size with a damage up, maybe not Mega Brim damage, but even just a bigger, like a little damage up, it would have been fine. I would have 100 put him in mid, because that's more enemies you're hitting with higher damage, which is great.
Or maybe just like kept the brim like out longer as well. Like
they could have given him full brim and it would have been better.
For real.
For real. They could have just given him full brim and it would have been better.
Well, that would have been pretty lame, but yeah.
It's definitely ill. It could be 100% better. It doesn't change Zazel as a character when you play as him.
Not really. I mean, yes, it gives him technically yes, you're hitting more enemies, but like I don't know. I don't think that hitting to your side is that useful against bosses. You know, if it was more range, definitely, but the fact that it doesn't increase your range, it only is your sides. When the heck, as Azazel, are you trying to shoot, like, to the side of you? You're still going to be facing the boss that you're fighting.
Right, 100%. So it's not even like it's protecting your side or back. It's just wider range. It's very ill.
Yeah.
Now,
Anyways.
Tainted Azazel.
Azazel.
I will stand. Look, Tainted Azazel is a garbage character. He's garbage in every way possible.
I don't think I don't think he's garbage, but he's not nearly as good as Azazel.
No, let me finish. Now, as a birthright effect, okay, I just found out how to utilize Sneeze. Great knockback. Puts the brim mark on somebody and causes them to explode, doing a bomb damage, basically. Which is really good. Making it double, it's already a decent range. Making it double makes it almost as big as a range up on the Forgotten's Bone Swing, which is a pretty big swing. You know what I mean? Because he already has a decent swing, and for it to be like bigger because of like a range up, I don't think it's ill, because it definitely makes Tainted Azazel a little easier to play. All right. Now, I would argue top meh, really bottom mid. I'd keep them at meh. That's me personally, because we will have better mid characters, and we're gonna have to drop him at some point.
I was gonna say ew, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know if I've ever had Tainted Azazel with Birthright, so I'm just gonna listen to you on that one.
Cause all right, well, I haven't either, but
Oh.
theoretically, it doubles the sneeze range and wide and width. It makes it bigger, double sneeze basically, which gives it more. It gives you an easier chance to hit sneeze. Sneeze is what helps Tainted Azazel be decent, in my opinion. Now it has huge knockback, and to knock back at a further range because your sneeze is further away, which causes you to knock a brimmed enemy into a regular enemy and hit him with his beam to cause it explode. You know what I mean? That's good. Even against bosses. Some bosses spawn things, right? So if you don't kill the enemy you hit back to the boss, you could just do a bomb damage with range. You know what I mean? It's not bad.
I guess so. I don't know. Maybe I'd have to see it to believe it, but I mean, I can.
Right.
I can still kind of see it. You know, I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking from what I've never done.
At the end of the day, the size of the sneeze is way better than increasing the sides of Azazel's brim.
Yeah, 100%. The sneeze has benefit. You want to play knockback. Right. It does brim effect. It's good. It's a good item. It's just garbage at the same time.
All right.
So top meh, in my opinion.
Lilith. This is an interesting one. All right.
I don't know what Lilith does.
Let me read an excerpt for you. Most familiars that normally follow Lilith, including Lilith's innate incubus, will always be positioned in front of Lilith, creating a stack, facing whatever direction she was shooting. So that's very good. It basically, from what I remember, I think it literally just makes her a basic character. It completely denies her one weakness.
It definitely adds more to it though, because it's all your familiars and you double your familiars. Right. I think it's mid. It's somewhere middle mid, 100%. Because Lilith is a great character. The fact that she can't shoot in front of her sucks. That's the biggest downfall, because you have to angle your tears with Incubus.
Oh, it's all familiars.
All familiars. That is 100% mid or a little bit higher in mid. All right, I'll take that. Hella good. I genuinely love Lilith. That's me, and you know this. Since I played Isaac,
I love Lilith too.
Fun character.
Lilith's one of my favorite characters.
And the fact that you double the familiars and they all stay collectively in front. It's not even a line. They're just in one spot in front of you.
Yeah.
You can get Gabriel, Incubus.
You're always gonna get a lot of familiars because of Cambion Conception. Cambion Conception, you get a free permanent familiar with Lilith if you damage yourself 20 times. So you're always going to have a lot of familiars. You could potentially get 2 incubuses, and that's not even counting.
Or if you get battery,
I'm not even counting Box of Friends with that, because Cambion Conception can give you a second incubus, and then on top of that, you could have 4 incubuses with Box of Friends.
Yeah, and you got to think about the batteries too, bro. Some of the batteries are really good. Double charge, that's double incubus. You have the one that activates your item twice. You know, it's just all those familiars in front of you, and there's so many good familiars. You can have Brim. You can have Little Brim, you can have Gabriel, Incubus, Chubb, Super Meat Boy. You know what I mean? It's just.
I think even just like as simple as it is, like even, let's say no other familiars are gotten, even just with the Incubuses, you use Box of Friends. Yeah, it's 2020. That's 2020 right there.
2020, and then it can turn into triple shot and quad shot. It's really good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I agree. That's pretty damn good.
Is it? Wait, Tainted Isaac. What does Tainted Isaac do? Give him more. I think it's above Tainted Isaac.
I still think Tainted Isaac is insane.
That's 12 slots compared to 20. Incubus is so goated. Just by you literally don't have to grab another familiar, and you gotta remember it stacks on all your familiars. I think it's better than Tainted Isaac, and I'm not gonna front that Tainted Isaac is really good. 12 slots, with more options.
We'll review it later. We have a lot of reviewing.
You're right.
Familiar. Okay, so Tainted Lilith.
I don't even know what she does.
I don't either, honestly. Familiars that normally.
I got it.
All right, go ahead.
Tainted Lilith, conjoined. Familiars that normally follow Tainted Lilith will instead act like Gello. I don't even know how to say this thing's name.
Jello. Oh, I've had this before.
That's not bad. That's actually pretty decent.
They'll stack on top of... I'm pretty sure it does... Her melee attack does more damage per familiar, yeah.
It does, and it does knockback, too. A huge knockback, actually. I think it does decent knockback.
That's
and you can shoot.
She gains a +3 damage bonus for every single familiar she has. For her melee attack.
That's +3 for damage. One familiar?
Yeah. Per familiar. Regardless of damage multipliers. That may actually be the best melee attack in the game in that case.
You know what? That's behind regular Lilith in hella good. Actually, the +3 per familiar, that's kind of insane.
Okay, but the thing is that it is definitely better than Lilith because you could just leave Jello out the whip. You could just leave it out and you're still shooting like Lilith, and it's the exact same effect except you also get the +3 damage. It's the exact same effect as Lilith. You still shoot with the other familiars all in one. The only difference is that
you can shoot after. Yeah.
The only difference is that you also get the +3 damage from the melee attack for every single familiar. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. And a lot of
Now
knockback.
the question is, does each familiar, if they're as her Jello, get the damage as well? So you hit one.
No, they don't.
No?
But either way. Oh well, I guess the big thing here though is that Tainted Lilith isn't gonna have as many familiars as Lilith is though.
Yeah, but familiars are decently common.
Yeah, but the thing is, okay.
Every item room can spawn a familiar.
I'm aware, but the only reason why Lilith is so good is because you can guarantee familiars with Cambion Conception. Tainted Lilith, you cannot guarantee it.
BFF with Tainted Lilith with her Birthright.
That'd be crazy. If she also had Cambion Conception, I would even put her in Insane. I really would. But I was about to, actually. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, me too. What I was thinking about, yeah.
But without guaranteed familiars, it's not as strong. It isn't.
Dude, I actually.
What?
We'll come back. I really think Lilith should be higher, but we'll come back to that.
Lilith's not going in Insane.
No, but definitely in before Isaac and hella good. That's just my opinion. I said before Isaac. Isaac's not going hella good.
Apollyon. We're about to get to another. Right. We're about to get to another really good one.
Tainted Apollyon holds down the fire button.
No. Regular Apollyon.
I'm wrong. I'm gonna hit
using Void has a 10% chance to spawn one previously destroyed. What? Using Void has a 10% chance to spawn one previously destroyed passive item while keeping the bonus stats. Each absorbed passive item has an equal chance to be spawned. What? Wait,
so if you void an item, it has a chance for the voided item to come back.
But you still keep the stats. Item,
but you keep the stat up, so you can choose to pick it up or get another stat.
The craziest thing about this is the line, each absorbed passive item has an equal chance to be spawned. So that is a separate 10% chance for every single passive item you voided. Every time you use Void.
Wow.
Spawned items can be spawned again even if they're not reabsorbed. Wow.
So you have a chance to absorb Brim twice and still get Brim again. Every time you use Void. Wow.
I never even knew about this Birthright effect. What the hell?
That makes Void a better item because you don't use Void until you get to the treasure room.
Oh, that's busted. That makes it a way better D6. And that's crazy that I'm saying that because I've always said D6 is a far better item than Void. But with a 10% chance to regurgitate the item, first of all, even just being able to void that same item again, crazy. You get double stats instead of just the one. But not only that, wait. I think that this means you could potentially spawn more than one item every time you spawn Void. Every time you use Void.
Wait. Has a chance to respawn an item. Wow, yeah, it doesn't say one item. Well,
each absorbed passive item has an equal chance to be spawned. Spawn items can be spawned again. Anyway, let's just assume it's one item. It's still crazy. Because, again, that's a high chance after if you voided 5 items, that's 5 separate 10% chances. That's a very high chance.
I wouldn't put it above Isaac. Above Samson, yeah, not Isaac.
It's still pretty luck based though.
I was gonna say hella good too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But
It has a lot
insane. I was like, I can make the debate for insane. So
it has a lot of potential. And
yeah,
it does,
is still 10%. And how
again, 10% is still very common. You have to understand it's a separate 10% chance for every single item you have voided. You void 10 items. That's every time you use void. You roll 10% chance.
Items or just right.
Every single time you use it, you have 10 separate 10% chances.
Also a 6-room charge. I think it's more, isn't it?
No, it's a 6-room charge. Anyway, I have to give a shout out to what I used to think was the best birthright in the game, Tainted Apollyon. All right, so Tainted Apollyon, holding down the fire button causes Abyss Locust to continually damage enemies instead of returning. Now, in a vacuum, that sounds pretty good, right?
Right.
Sounds pretty good. You know, solid. I'd say probably like, you know, probably like right here or maybe here, you know. That sounds good.
I'd say in hella good. But continue, you're about to make another point.
Until you've experienced it, you have no idea.
Really?
You have no... I swear, I've streamed it. I have streamed it. It's in one of my VODs. I didn't even have that many items voided. I didn't have that many locusts. I probably had like 8 to 10 locusts, which is not that many for a Hush run. All you do is hold down the shoot button, and the Hush's health melts. I beat Hush in record time. I have never beaten Hush this fast in my life. I beat Hush in 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
When the boss or mob move, do the locusts go straight or stay on him?
They stay on him. They
no,
hold.
that's broken.
All you do is hold the shoot button, and they stay on him. They follow it until you let go of the shoot button.
See, now if it moved, that it wouldn't be in there.
No, it stays on it.
No, that's wild.
Now,
and then if you get a locust affected locust with poison or explosion, it just
God.
No.
The damage is consistent. The
Dude,
damage
the
is
holy
absurd.
locust has a chance to shoot a holy beam. Nah, that's wild.
Now, albeit barely ever get special locusts. Unfortunately, I always wish that there were more special locusts. But even besides that, just the red locusts are absurd. I only had red locusts for that run, by the way, where I beat Hush in 10 seconds. Do you understand that? Do you understand how fast it is to kill Hush in 10 seconds?
Yeah, Hush has health. Hush has one of the biggest health, bro.
He does. And I didn't even... it was not a good run. The only good item I had in that whole run was Birthright. And that's all I needed.
You know, they really nerfed him by not letting the Locust return do damage. That kind of sucks.
I
just noticed that recently playing a Tainted Apollyon, because I think Tainted Apollyon's a sick character.
I like Tainted Apollyon, actually.
Now, the fact that the Locusts don't do damage returning sucks.
Well, it doesn't even matter. I mean, especially with this Birthright, it really doesn't matter. You hit them once, they stay on. And guess what?
I'm just saying, I'm just talking about Apollyon as a regular character.
Right. But with Birthright, you could just keep holding. Like, even if you miss with your Locust, because you shoot the Locust, like, in a row, if you remember.
Right.
You could just keep shooting. Never let go of the hold button, because, yeah, you're going to land some of your Locusts. Don't let go, because if you miss, the Locusts will still come back to you, and you could try to aim it again. Eventually, you're going to get all freaking 20 of your Locusts on an endgame boss, and it's going to melt him.
And you know what, though? That gives you so much more time to dodge, because you don't have to worry about hitting them.
It's true. You don't. Once you have all the Locusts, you could just hold the shoot button and just dodge. You don't even need to hit them anymore. The Locusts do way more damage than your Tears do, that's for sure.
You know what? That definitely makes the mother fight so easy.
It does. It's absurd.
Because you're so worried about hitting Mother and dodging at that point. You just had to dodge Mother.
Now, before I got Tainted Laz, I was so sure that Tainted Apollyon was the best Birthright in the game. But I mean, again, it's the gap that Tainted Laz has covered with its Birthright.
Right.
So it's not that level. But the fact that I'm saying it's above Tainted Eden is pretty damn insane. Anyway, this is the highest damage.
Characters.
This is the highest damage based any Birthright effect is. This is just pure damage, pure DPS. Anyways, who's next? Keeper? Yeah.
Keeper, it gives them a HP up. As Keeper, that's the wait a second. 3
Again.
coins is insane to you?
First of all, this is after Repentance. Keeper in Repentance already got buffed to 3 coins. And now this Birthright gives him 4 coin hearts.
Doesn't each coin heart take 1 damage and the coin's gone?
Yes.
But
But
you're
again,
basically on the womb the whole
this
time.
list is based on how much it helps the character. This is the second best item to get as Keeper. Full stop. The second best item to get as Keeper. It gives him an extra heart.
What's the first? A wooden nickel?
Greed's Gullet. Greed's Gullet lets him actually obtain HP by gaining coins. For every 25 coins you have in your inventory, you gain a health up.
Oh, that's so fire. What the fuck?
It's so good, and it's the only way for for Keeper to get health.
No, you're right. For this being the second only way for him to get HP, no, you're right.
It's
You're
the
right.
only way. It's the only way besides Greed's Gullet. And actually, I think Strength also gives him a coin heart. But besides that, yeah. Yes, it's not an insane effect, but that's a hella good buff. I mean, that's all he needs. Another health. That's really good. You know, it's simple. It really is simple. That's his biggest weakness, and they give him another health. There you go.
Yep.
Tainted Keeper.
Alright, so what it does is it gives him a magnet effect in a small range for the coins that drop when he kills enemies.
This is definitely at least top hella good.
Alright, but it's a small range. It literally says a small range. A strong attraction to coins dropped by active enemies from a short distance. Now, we need to know, in my opinion, I feel like you need to know the distance for him to be hella good or mid.
Oh, I've used it. I've used it many times. I think... Okay, here's the thing. This is the best item for Tainted Keeper. Name an item that gives him more money.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. It gives
And
him way more money after
Tainted
he heals.
Keeper has chaos shops. He can have any item ever spawn in his shops. Sacred Heart
Really?
can
I didn't
spawn.
know that.
That's why Tainted Keeper's so much fun. You can
Oh,
find
that's hella
Brimstone.
good. That's hella good then.
You can find Brimstone. You can find Sacred Heart. You can find literally anything. You can find Godhead in his shops.
You can find rock bottom.
You can find Rock Bottom in his shops. You can. You absolutely
Don't
can.
even get me started if you got membership card.
All you need is money. I think the only thing that could be debated that's better than this for Tainted Keeper is like Keeper's Sack. Actually, no, Keeper's Sack is better. That's not even the item I was thinking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Keeper's Sack gives him a stat up every item he buys, and probably
Deep
also
Pockets let you hold
yeah.
more
So that's what I was thinking of, Deep's Pockets. Anyway, this is really good. Man,
That's hard.
I think it's pretty. You get so much money. You get so.
You know what? I think Sam needs to drop to hella good. We have enough characters in Insane right now, and not just that, but you're right. We're thinking about how better it makes the character. Samson, regular Lust is already goated, all right? And yeah, it makes it better, but you don't need it. You know what I mean?
No, you're not wrong. No, you're not wrong.
So
you got me with that argument. Sam is already good enough. It's true.
Right. So
Sam's already good enough.
It just makes him better, but like
it doesn't more busted.
Right. It just makes him more busted. It doesn't improve him being garbage. You know what I mean? It just it's definitely, I think it's under Tainted Isaac too, actually. Because you're right. You're right. It is a good damage. It's a huge damage up, but you can play Sam by itself too. Now that I'm thinking about it like that, it's definitely lower. No, it's after Lilith. It's after Lilith. I'd say it's still hella good because it's a huge damage up. But you gotta remember, Sam you can also play just by itself. You know what I mean? Because you just can. I'm sure he gets a damage up, better damage up from regular damage ups too. You know how some characters do that now that I didn't even know? I'm sure he gets that too. No.
Listen, if we're doing this, tell me I'm wrong.
All right, look. We'll make this argument after. All right?
Wait. We're doing it right now. Hold on. If we are arguing 100% how much it busts the character, what's the best item for Tainted Isaac to get? What is it? What is the best item for Tainted Isaac specifically to get?
6, 100%. No, you're right. More slots.
More items. And it doesn't even take up a slot.
You're right. No, you're right.
It's the same argument as Keeper's coin. It's impossible to get another coin. It's impossible to get more slots. The only way to get more slots is with Birthright.
In that case, Isaac goes down. Regular Isaac goes down. More options just makes it better to play Isaac.
I can agree with that.
He doesn't need it because he has D6. D6 is already broken. It just makes it better for him. It's just a little buff for him to make him more fun and playable.
I can agree with that. Isaac's already busted.
Good. I debate hella good. I wouldn't say insane. Insane is for people like Keepers and Isaac and Mag.
The effect is still really good though.
But he doesn't need it per se.
It's not even okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay, but it does make him another level of busted. It does. Like even though like it's just the level that character gets brought up. It doesn't even matter how good they are originally. I mean, that's not the argument that I'm really going off of. The thing with Sam is that the damage up is already good enough. And it's the same effect. With if it was like you get 2 D6 charges for sure, I'd just lower it down. But the fact that you get D6 on top of 2 items, every single item, that is insane. That's the definition of insane.
You're right, and I hate to do this, but that makes Tainted Cain go down now that we're arguing like this. Because he can already create any item in the game. It just makes it easier to create more items. But he can already just do any item in the game by pickups. And he gets more pickups, one by floors, not just that, but by items. It's definitely less useless than the Keepers, 100%.
Okay, wait. Let's finish the list. And then we can come back and adjust.
No, let's do it now.
Well, I was so focused on what's it called? Anyway, let's go. All
right. Forgotten. What does the Forgotten does?
Who did we even do last? Wait. Oh, Keepers, right?
Yeah. All right, Forgotten. Unchained. The soul is unchained and free to move. It can leave the Forgotten behind and leave the room and switch back, teleports skeleton body even from home. That's crazy.
This one's one of my personal favorites.
That's cool. What?
It's so cool.
It's just a ghost form of you. That's so sick.
So you could just leave Forgotten anywhere, and you could basically teleport if you want.
Wow.
Okay, now let me tell you why. Okay, even though it might not seem like it's powerful, it's just cool. It actually is very powerful as well. And let me tell you why. Because what people that don't understand about Forgotten is that Forgotten is great early game with the bone. He sucks late game with the bone. He actually is worse with the bone.
Right, because of the range.
It's not even just that. When you have more items, tiers are always better. It's the same with Azazel too. Tiers are almost always better late game because tiers have more synergies with items. And they are almost always more broken. So the fact that you can not have to deal with being chained to the Forgotten when you turn soul Because anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. The fact that you could just become soul without being chained down is insane, because you would deal with being chained down with Forgotten for late game bosses like Mother or Beast or whatever, because that's just what you had to do. Nobody was running up on Mother with their freaking bone in hand. No, Beach. You turn into soul and you shoot from afar. The fact that you don't even need to be locked into one situation is so strong. It's so strong.
Yeah.
It's a buff. It doesn't make him OP, but it makes
him hella good. Yeah, 100%. I was literally thinking hella good the whole time you were talking. Now I wouldn't put it above the Lilith. I still don't think Samson should be above the Lilith, but we're gonna get there at some point.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. That's fair. I think Samson's go behind them, but that's me. Because you gotta remember, you can also block. You can situationally block it and dodge attacks with it too, by going straight back to the bone.
I think it's okay. The reason why I would put Samson above Tainted Lilith's effect is because you can always damage yourself for extra damage.
Right, you can't get the friend.
You can never guarantee the familiars.
Right, yeah, 100%.
Again, if it had Can't Be in Conception, it'd be insane.
Right.
Okay. I love this one too. Both of the Forgotten's Birthrights are so much fun. Tainted Forgotten's...
Recall's so good.
Recall's amazing. I always said I wish he started with this.
You know what? Recall actually buffs him a lot. Because
it does.
The fact that you have to go get your bones, if it's in a bad spot, you're screwed.
Yeah, anyway, ahead of yourself. Tainted Soul is given Recall, which is, it's kind of like Dark Arts or Lemegeton. It's a reusable item that's in your right bumper. It's an unlimited use active item, which pulls Tainted Forgotten into his hands automatically from a distance. It doesn't matter how far you are from it, the bones will always come back to you. And it even does damage, the Recall. It doesn't do that much damage, admittedly, but it can kill like regular enemies, and it does some damage to bosses. Yeah, this is really good. Tainted Soul's one weakness is that you have to go back and get Forgotten. And
I'd say it's in hella good, 100%.
Yeah.
Cause you gotta think, bro. Like that's a big weakness is that he cannot attack when he doesn't have the bone near him.
No, it's true, and he has really good DPS because he basically has. Yeah, this is actually. Yeah.
It's almost insane, but it's not.
The thing that's crazy about it is that it's basically a melee attack that's a ranged attack. If you have Recall, yeah, that's pretty damn insane. Because you have Forgotten Bone, but you're not getting close. You don't need to. You can just always recall it back. It's like Tears, but you get all the damage from it being a melee.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing as Tainted Apollyon, where he could just dodge. He could just constantly just recall and dodge the whole time. Now, yes, you have to sometimes throw the bones out to switch the position, but it can just dodge. You know what I mean? It's really good. And the Forgotten's Bone Swing is really strong.
It's true. That's true. It's true.
Perfect, right there.
Beth.
I don't even know what Beth does. Let's read it.
Activating an item uses soul charges is free around 50% of the time. This can potentially be insane. It depends on how many soul heart charges you have. I want to remind you, Julian, specifically, that Bethany in single player gets a lot more soul hearts than she gets in multiplayer.
100%, because you don't have to split them. Yeah.
You're always picking up soul hearts. You always have soul charges.
I'm not thinking multiplayer, bro. While we're doing this tier list, don't worry.
So, this is pretty... I'm debating to say insane. I don't think it is, though.
I don't think it's insane.
I think
it's really good, because it's 50% chance.
And this is with any reusable item. The crazy thing about this, that's really crazy, is that...
Oh, wow. Single-use item. You could spam.
Any item.
And get a 50-50 chance.
You could get Book of Rev. 50% chance it didn't even cost a charge. You get a free soul heart out of it.
Oh, you know what that's broken with?
Huh.
The Book of Rev, bro. Oh, that's what you just said.
That's what I just said. Although now, albeit I'm gonna backtrack on myself because Beth actually can't get cell health. But I mean, hell, you could have Prayer Card. You just get max health right there.
Right. Um,
There is a lot of potential there.
I'd put it in hella good, and I'd put it behind Lilith.
I would put it above Lilith, Tainted Lilith.
Oh, I'm talking about regular Lilith.
Right.
I'd put it behind Tainted Lilith too. Yeah. It's huge because Beth has so many different synergies, so many different kinds of wisps she can grab, and the fact that you can keep spawning more of them, that's huge.
It still isn't.
And then every soul heart you miss.
I'm still gonna put it up below Samson though, because again, you still need the soul hearts to actually make use of it.
Right.
Anyways, Tainted Beth. Spawns 4 Lemegeton wisps of items with a quality of 3 or higher. These wisps are much larger and have much higher HP than normal wisps. This is very good. It's guaranteed quality of 3 or higher, which are all insane items. I don't think it's as good as regular Beth's, though.
No, you're crazy. It's definitely insane. One charge spawns 4 of the item pool wisp that have more HP and less likely to break. This is a character you almost beat the game without grabbing 1 item. Imagine getting, and that's by getting 1 item per room. You know, by charges you had, right? Now you get 4 per 1 charge per 1 use you use.
No. You're thinking of this item wrong. This, when you pick it up, it spawns 4 wisps right then and there of quality 3.
Oh, never mind.
It doesn't make Lemegeton do that every time. That would be insane.
That's what I
will admit though. I will admit though, it might even be above Tainted Laz at that point. That would have been crazy.
At that point, it is. I mean, again, this is a character you could beat the game with no items. Literally almost did first try.
This is pretty strong.
Is it random item or is the item pool?
It's random item, but I mean, again, 3 or higher quality.
Or random item wisp.
They're always going to be good items. There's no doubt. There's no such thing as a bad 3 quality item.
Wisp of higher quality. Yeah, that's hella good. That means they could take like 3 shots, which is really good.
Man,
we're gonna get back to this later.
I'm gonna keep it like this for right now. Well, yeah. Well. Yeah. Well. Alright, Jacob and Esau.
I looked down and I didn't even notice what was going on, so...
Jacob and Esau. The character who picks up Birthright gains copies of the 3 most recent passive items of the other. This is really good.
It doesn't make a difference. It does... It's nice. Again, you have to abuse it by picking up good 3 items. Well, if you didn't get good 3 items in the back.
Again, this is kind of like Tainted Eden. You can abuse it though. If you see Birthright, you can plan which items you want to give to the other character, and that way you effectively have 2 amazing copies of items.
But it's still RNG based, and you still have a huger hitbox on one of the hardest characters to play. It
is RNG based, but the chances of spawning a devil deal or a secret room item or even a boss room item for some stat ups, it's not like that's rare or anything. It's not rare to get a tears up from a boss, you know. And to guarantee that goes to the other partner, I feel like that's pretty strong.
It's yeah.
And it's 3, so you could potentially get a tears up from the boss, get a devil deal item, and get a secret room item or a shop item.
True. It's hard. Mid, 100%. I didn't know if you were gonna argue top mid or not, but not better than Blue Babies. Blue Babies is so much more useful.
I disagree. Because this is a huge buff. The thing is with Jacob and Esau, They lack items. That's their biggest weakness. Items is Jacob and Esau's biggest weakness. Well, and their biggest hitbox, obviously. But, well, maybe that's not true. No, maybe you're right. I'm thinking of the wrong Jacob and Esau. I'm not even thinking of, whatever. Don't worry about it. I don't know, man. Also important to note that you could choose whoever picks up Birthright out of Jacob and Esau. You could choose which one of their item pools gives the other their items. I think it goes there.
Yeah, that's fine. No, this one's. You gotta be a skilled player to use tainted Jacobs, in my opinion.
I think this is an ew.
It is ill. You gotta be no. For somebody like you to do that damage to a boss,
I've used it.
Really good.
I won my mother run with it. The thing with it is that yes, it does do a lot more damage, obviously. But I found myself damaging myself more because I was more scared because I had two Esaus running it.
Soul. You just can't risk it.
Never. You're always fighting Esau. A Tainted Jacob run is always you fighting Esau. It's never.
It's like trying to unlock the Tainted Forgotten, but worse. Way worse.
It's never. It is never about fighting the boss. It's always about fighting Esau's, and the fact that you have to fight two of them instead, that's, you know, that's a lot. Potentially, yes, it's a lot more damage, but I think the fright of it is a lot worse. I think potentially it's still higher than Azazel, though. At least it's funny. Well, so is Azazel's. Whatever. You're down for ill, though?
I'm down for ill. Definitely, I'd say it's better than Azazel's just because the damage. Azazel's
That's
so
true. Azazel doesn't do any damage.
Azazel's so awful.
It's not even fair.
All right, Lost. It gives him the better options that Tainted Lost gets.
You're right. It does.
Which makes him a better character because
it gives him all of Tainted Lost benefits without his negatives.
Right. It's just Tainted Lost with Holy Mantle.
Basically, and the chance to get life items.
Yep. That's definitely hella good.
Oh shoot, yeah, this is
top tier hella good. It's all right. I don't know if it's better than, no, it's definitely better than Ancient Recall. Cause yeah, cause you can't pull.
It's impossible. When you pick up Birthright, it's impossible for HP ups to spawn. It's impossible.
It's impossible for HP ups, flight, spectral tears,
anything.
Soul heart.
That's useless. Every single item will be useful. Every single one. Screw spawning two options of the items when all your items are going to be good anyway.
Yeah, right there. It's good.
Yeah,
I actually think the keepers and him should go top, but we'll talk about that after.
Okay.
All right. Let's go Tainted Lost.
All right. So Tainted Lost.
I don't care.
Tainted Lost. It's a little boring. It is a little boring, admittedly.
But it is good for him.
It gives him an extra life that revives Tainted Lost in the same room and deals 200 damage to nearby enemies. For context, 200 damage. Obviously that's a lot of damage. For context, Beast has, I think, 3,000 HP. This 200 damage can make a big impact. That's like
a nuke.
Yeah, that's like that's probably about like 15 shots, which can take a long time depending on your tier rate.
And you gotta hit the shots. So
obviously. Oh, and it can hit the same enemy up to 4 times. Really? I didn't even see that. Damn. That's huge. Anyway, the damage doesn't really matter.
And hit the same enemy multiple times.
The main thing that matters here is that it's an extra life that also revives him in the same room. So it's a Lazarus life.
Right.
It doesn't teleport him out of the room like Dead Cat.
It's hella good.
Yes. It is definitely at least hella good. For context, this is the only protection item that Tainted Lost can get. It is impossible for him to find any other extra life item. It is impossible for him to find Holy Mantle. This is
And
the only
it's
way-
already difficult finding holy cards. I already seen you do it multiple times.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Holy Card should be more common, bro. Anyway.
100%.
Anyways, the only other way to get lives is like the Lazarus rune that gives him a life.
In that case, it's insane. Because if you're taking that account, you're taking of it just like Keeper. The Keeper cannot get HP ups at all. He cannot get anything to revive himself or protect him besides Holy Mantle card, which is insane to grab, as I've seen watching you play.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely insane.
Okay.
It's not better than Lost.
I agree, it's not better than Lost because it doesn't buff him above the buff that Lost receives. Even though Lost is obviously a lot easier. It sounds silly, I know, but the buff of not getting a single useless item with Lost is insane. And this is, at the end of the day, this is still only one extra life, when in reality, that's technically just a holy card, if you really think about it.
It's better. Because
it is better. It is better, even besides the damage. It is better because it stacks with a holy card. You could use a holy card, and then you still have the extra life.
Right.
But
so
it's still just... Right. It's still really good, of course. But I don't think it's as good as Lost.
No, 100% no. Because the Lost literally makes it him but better. And the Lost can... the Lost gets Holy Mantle every room. And the Lost has a chance to grab a Holy card. Which is another Mantle in a room.
You're right. Although, at that point... Well, no, you're right. I almost never get Holy cards with base Lost because, like... Usually you only need one Mantle. I'm just too good. What can I say? Anyway.
You could, is what I'm saying. The possibility of getting another one.
Yeah. Okay. And that's the list. You want to... Let me know some renditions you want to make.
Alright, so let's do this first. Let's start from bottom to top, alright?
Okay.
And this time we're going to talk about how... We've talked about how better it makes the character. But now we're going to talk about it a little more in depth, right?
Okay.
Because we're not going to go through every character. We don't even need to go to ill. We know they're both garbage. It's that simple.
Do you think Azazel is the worst Birthright in the game?
100%.
Okay. Moving on.
100%. There's no Birthright worse than Azazel's. Besides Tainted Jacob. But you can utilize Tainted Jacobs more than you can utilize...
At least I can respect Tainted Jacobs for what it's trying to do.
Right.
I can't respect Tainted Azazel.
It's just so useless, Azazel. Bro. It's just so useless.
Yeah.
Samson. Well, no, we'll go in order. Samson. Now we're gonna tier them from people in there. We're gonna reorganize them. We're gonna order them. Okay. How many characters there are in the game?
I don't freaking know. 38.
5.
That's way
10,
too many.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's a lot of characters. Let's keep it a limit at what?
Bro, just go.
All right. So what is Samson? What does Samson does again? It gives him
extra 3 seconds every time you hit something.
Stays there. Perfect.
Bigger sneeze.
Tainted Azazel. Sneeze over. No, sneeze. They stay there. They're both good right there. I'd say mess fine.
Yeah, because Kane can get broken with his.
Kane can get broken from it. Azazel's for protection. The only argument I would put Tainted Azazel above him is the fact that Kane can get broken.
I don't know if the sneeze makes Tainted Azazel that good though. I really don't. I don't know if it's that good.
I don't know. The knockback with
let me go back to my argument about the melee attacks. Melee attacks just aren't good in Isaac. I'm sorry. As cool as they may be, they aren't.
No, you're right. You're right. Against a boss, it's useless. You're right. So it stays there.
I wouldn't say it's useless, but it's very situational. You're never gonna run up to Beast or Mother and sneeze.
That's true.
You're always gonna stay back and launch mini.
I'd say it's just a little extra hit when she does the dash to turn into a second phase.
Man,
you don't ever want to get close to him because they're shooting tears at you.
Man, I think I overjudged Blue Baby, man.
You think so?
I don't know.
All right, wait. No, first let's see if it doubles Soul Hearts too. Let me Google it real quick. If it doubles soul hearts, he definitely stays in. He definitely stays there.
I feel like I should do this. Because I don't know. I really do think the arcades are another level above these two, at least. I mean, but it's never mind. It's not guaranteed. Like that, maybe. Yeah. Well, you can also spawn arcades in Cathedral and stuff, which is nice. And you get a free luck up too. It's not all bad. Man, I think Jacob and Esau, man. Giving a copy. It's very abusable. Definitely above Eve.
It just says soul hearts gained from HP ups are double.
I think it's red health HP ups.
It's red health.
I think I overjudged it. It's helpful.
I still think Kane should still be in meh.
You think so?
That's hard.
I think his effect. I think his effect is a
pilled.
lot. The thing is, I think his effect is a lot stronger than all three of these characters.
You know what? That's fair. Yeah. If it's a lot stronger than the mech characters, then it should be in mid. That's true.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I hate the fact that it's not guaranteed, at least you could spawn it in like Cathedral and Sheol.
Right.
That's pretty nice.
Which are usually useless floors. It gives you no reason that gives you reasons to explore the floor if you need to.
You get a lot of health and stuff out of it.
Right.
Now that I'm looking at it, man, I don't know. Am I just a hater of this Eve effect?
Now that I'm thinking about it, how we're gonna think about it, Eve's effect is good, but you're right. It doesn't drastically change how Eve plays.
It doesn't change her at all.
No,
not really.
It just all it changes is you can have red health and you can use the razor more. But at some point, you're gonna get rid of the razor for a better active item. You always do.
Yeah.
It's not even like it's like golden razor where it spawns money. You know what I mean? It's just.
I think Jacob and Esau's is better than Dark Judas. That's just 3 more items. I mean, 3 items, and you can plan it to be really good items. You get copies of. These are also copies. You know, that's good. Let's say you get Brimstone from the Devil Deal. You get 2 Brimstones. You're shooting double Brim.
That's true. Yeah, that's fair. I'll leave it there. Now, what is Lazarus do?
Hold on, I'm not done. I think it's still higher.
Wait, Red Stew? No, Red Stew, bro. Every floor.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, come on now.
Maybe you're right.
Come on now, Red Stew every floor. We forgot that. That's why we put him in mid when we were gonna put him in meh. Come on now.
I think Jacob and Esau's is better than Eden, though.
I think so.
You get 3 items. You can plan exactly what item it is. It's not completely random.
Right. Where Eden, you have to get a restock machine to make it good.
And even then, you only get to pick one of the 3 items with Eden.
Yep. I'd put Lazarus above him. The Red Stew is just drastically better. It's a damage up. It's a 23 damage starting off in a boss room. You know what I mean? What is Judas? What is
It's Book of Belial stacking. I mean, again, just being able to hold multiple reusable items, I think that's really nice.
You
can always lose the wisps.
That's the biggest thing about characters. What does she do? 3 wisp?
3 wisp. You could always lose the wisp. I mean, I know they have higher HP, but like...
You could always lose them, that's true. I'd actually put, for a character, for her buffing her, I'd actually put her a little lower, too.
You know what? You're right. It doesn't really change her that much.
No, it just gives you 3 wisps. That's all it does.
That's actually a good point. I didn't even think about it like that.
Definitely less than Eden, because Eden can't lose the item he gets.
True.
Right there's not bad.
Yeah.
Now Tainted Mag. Tainted Mag gives you an extra heart.
Okay, listen. It's the same thing as Keeper. Albeit it's to a less extent, but on super long fights, she basically only has 2 health. She's basically Keeper. I mean, that's not true, but like...
definitely go higher. Tainted Eve, will she go higher than Tainted Eve? Yes, because Suppletorium will heal her no matter what, and they'll drop hearts compared to a permanent heart up.
I don't
HP
know.
up.
I mean, I think she's fine where she is. I was just saying she wasn't in mid.
Was she in mid?
Yeah, I moved her up. You didn't see.
I can hang with that. I can hang with that. Now that compared to Lilith. Lilith,
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry. This one, again, you can't guarantee familiars. They're not as common as you might think they are.
all it does is puts your familiars in your stomach,
Yeah,
right?
that's all it does, and gives you the melee.
And I'd leave it there too. You're right. I actually would debate putting her in mid because you gotta think about it like this. You still have to angle those shots as it's already far away. It's not like it's protecting you.
I don't think it makes her that much more broken. I mean, it can.
No.
But
Because you gotta think with this too.
I think that's why it's still hella good, because it can make her hella broken. But
Well, I don't think so.
no, it
because-
can, because if
Look,
you get
look,
if you
but
do
the
get
line
a lot of
between
familiars,
the umbilical, but look, the line between umbilical cord and her shooting puts it to where nothing's protecting her while she's shooting outside. If your familiars are next to you, they're protecting your area while Jello is out there fighting.
Mhm.
They're shooting tears to protect her. If you move all those things that are protecting her from shooting tears to Jello, like say she had meat to protect her, mom's knife. Oh, actually, I didn't even think about that. That'll give her a range, and she wouldn't have to be so close to hit mom's knife,
yeah,
which is a pretty good damage. You're right. She'd stay in hella good. I was almost gonna put her in mid, but I'd say she stays in hella good. Because certain familiars,
it still has a lot of potential.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't think Beth's effect is as good as Tainted Eve's.
What does Beth do again? She lets you
50% chance to get a free reusable item if you have soul charges, but it's only if you have soul charges. That's the big thing there, is that it only works if you have soul charges. It never gives you a free use from your actual reusable item use.
Yeah, that's fine. Again, I still that's fine too. I think she'd go bot hell of good. But
You think she'd go bottom of hella good?
yeah, because you gotta take into account, like I said, mom's knife, the sword.
Well, these are very specific items, but yeah.
You're right, but they're items that make the character better with that birthright effect.
I mean, I guess. All right, whatever. What is it?
Samson. Bro, I still don't think Samson should be that high up, bro. I know it's a high damage up, but you gotta get the HP ups. You gotta get the hearts drop, so you're not at low HP. Definitely less than her. Definitely less than Mag. Because Mag, you're right. I haven't played Mag enough, but you're right. The extra health in those long battles will help. Right there's not bad. I could debate dropping it.
I think this is absolutely the lowest he goes.
That's fair.
Because, again, you can always get the damage. You cannot always get the familiars.
Right. Forgotten.
Forgotten's is so much fun. I think it's better than Lilith. I think the
No, you're crazy.
Let me explain. I think that the weakness... Maybe I am crazy. I was going to say, the weakness of being held down by Forgotten is stronger than the weakness of not shooting straight out of the character.
No, not shooting straight is so garbage. Especially when all your familiars are in a line away from you.
When I'm comparing the Birthrights themselves, though, yeah, the line of familiars is actually insane.
Because you gotta remember, they're all randomly around you. 100%. I would argue. Wait, Apollyon. What does Apollyon does? That's the
He
D6 drop an
regurgitates
item.
items.
Yeah, right there. Wait, Tainted Eve. Yeah, right there is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Tainted Forgotten. Recall is so good. I think Recall should go in insane. Like, that's such a big upgrade from not being able to move away.
It is a huge upgrade.
It's a huge upgrade for that character.
It is a huge
I think that Isaac should drop to hella good. That's a lot of insanes. I think they should drop to hella good. Not both of them.
That's a huge upgrade. When I'm thinking about it like that, that's a huge upgrade.
Kane drops to hella good. I think Kane should drop to hella good.
Damn. Why?
Because you don't need more items to get broken. The more drops are to make you even more broken than you can already get. Again, this is one of the easiest characters. He's basically, I think he's as easy as Azazel, because you could just make a flight item and get Azazel's flight and make tier effects, which are already better than Azazel's brim.
I'd say he's I mean, yeah, potentially he's the best character in the game. He's just also the most boring character in the game.
It just makes him better. It basically sets a spot as one of the best characters in the game. You know what I mean?
The thing is, I don't know, maybe it should go in insane, because the thing is that this is always the first thing you make. It is. If you're playing Tainted Cain, it's always the first thing you want to make. It's always the best thing.
Have you
for this
seen
character.
The recipe to make it? It's ridiculous.
They did. No, I don't
think
that.
They nerfed him. The recipe's actually pretty hard to make.
Really?
Recipe for Birthright.
I mean, I'll believe you. Let's just move on. I believe it.
Like,
damn, Tainted Forgotten, really. That is such a good buff. A Coin Heart is obviously a huge buff.
I lost my phone.
I think a Coin Heart is a bigger buff than having 29 poops. Am I crazy to say that?
No, I don't think you're crazy. Wait. I'm lost. Wait, I'm still on this Tainted Cain thing. You gotta give me 1 second. I gotta just know now. 1 second. Where's the bag of crafting menu? Right here.
I think a Coin Heart is more insane than... It's so stupid. But that one extra Coin Heart is really that good. I think it's more insane than Mag having 18 heart containers. Because you don't necessarily need 18 heart containers. Keeper needs another health.
Oh, I can't search what it needs to make back crafting make me sad.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I know, but...
Alright, look.
Oh my god! You know what's crazy?
Huh.
Is you need a specific seed. You need a certain seed to do to make Birthright, actually. They're only... 14, 16, 19 guaranteed items you can make with Bag of Crafting every seed.
Right, I know that. That was a big nerf. Anyway, whatever. Who cares? Moving on.
Who are we on now?
I moved Keeper above Mag.
Okay, Keeper gives him 1 extra coin.
Yeah.
So he has 4 health.
Yes. More than 29 poops.
In that case, I think he goes above Eden too. Tainted Eden's lit, but it's like I said. Well, never mind. That's fine.
Tainted,
I'd say they're tied.
The thing is that you could argue that Tainted Eden is one of the hardest characters in the game. And again, just like Tainted Laz, in a way, if you see Birthright, you basically won with Tainted Eden.
Yeah, for sure. Even if you see it late game, you don't have to lose those items in a boss battle because when you in time, because you can lock all your items.
Mm-hmm.
You're
That's
right.
true.
Tainted Apollyon. Actually, I actually think Tainted Apollyon goes under Tainted Eden. Even though Tainted Apollyon is freaking goated, it just makes him better. But it doesn't. His low can still do a lot. You know what I
Not
mean?
really. You don't understand
Especially
the
if you.
difference. No. The
No,
difference is
no, no,
why it's
no,
so
no.
good.
I get what you're saying, but you can overpower that with a lot of locusts.
No.
I'm so sorry.
No. One, I can tell you right now, 5 locusts that stay on the enemy is way more powerful than 25 locusts. 100%. In fact,
What's
3
that?
locusts.
Can he locust everything?
Huh?
What's his max locust?
I don't think there's a cap.
That's kind of goated.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to get that many items in a run, but...
Right.
What is it?
I mean,
you can make it.
here's a question. What's that item that shows every item in the game?
Death certificate.
Now,
I don't
you-
think it works. I don't think it works. I think it'll just spawn one.
That's fine.
Anyway, no, because you got to remember the locusts. They go straight through the boss and they come right back. Even if you have 25 locusts, they're not gonna all shoot at once. They all shoot in a row.
Giving the boss time to dodge. Yeah.
It's not even about that. It's just you're not getting all that DPS. 3 locusts that stay on the enemy is stronger than 25 locusts that go in a row.
True. I still think Eden's better, but yeah.
I can agree.
All right, now to Tainted Loss. That hugely buffs him. Now, I think
You're talking about Tainted Lost?
yeah, because we're going in order. Kane, we dropped Kane to put what's his name up there, the Forgotten. Let's go to Isaac. All right, Isaac. I still think he should be in hella good, top tier, almost insane. But I wouldn't say insane. Like I said, D6 is already good enough. That just makes him better. It's not something he needs. You know what I mean? If it's something you need, is what you know what I'm talking about? That makes a huge difference. Not if it can break the game more than it already does.
I wouldn't even necessarily say that. I would say if its effect is that strong. Because having, in Tainted Isaac's effect case, having 4 more items will make him that much stronger of a character. It'll make him 4 times stronger the character.
Bro, I'm gonna be that guy. I think we need one more row. I'm gonna be that guy.
Bro, for why?
Like, I feel like
Too
some of
many
these
insane characters?
like, yeah, because you shouldn't have this many insane characters.
You know
But
what?
at the same-
Boom! I did it! It's not that good!
Alright, I'll let it slide.
It's not that good. It's the same character. Ew! Alright, maybe it's not that bad.
Definitely better than the ones under it. Don't play on it like that.
These 2 are way worse, to be fair.
Nobody else should be put in ill besides those 2. That's guaranteed, bro. Even the 3 seconds is better than nothing.
I don't know, man. I can make an argument.
You know what? I could too, but that's not the point. We're gonna keep him there. He deserves to at least be there. He's not ill. I lie. Actually, 3 seconds. That's low key ill. It's not. It's mid between them.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it here just because it's kind of fun, at least for rooms. Is this it?
I mean, you could be the. What is that? That Bones is tainted Forgotten. I think
buff
tainted Forgotten should go up. I think it should go above Blue Baby. Blue Baby, yeah, the 29 is freaking goated. But even the 8 he has is still goated. You're crazy.
I don't know, man.
Crazy.
29 poops.
Okay, but you can still grab items and everything. It's not like it makes
look.
huge
Aren't we talking about how much of a difference it is? How much of a difference it makes? How much of a
All right.
difference
Well, in that case, Mag is still above him, but I'd keep him behind Mag.
How much of a difference is 8 hearts I mean 18 hearts compared to 12? I mean, it's a pretty big difference, but like it's not as much as 29 poops.
Oh. Alright, bro. I'll leave it there. In that case, I think Tainted Forgotten goes above her, too.
I agree. I think this character goes above her.
Goes above her, too, bro.
I think this goes above her. I think this goes above.
I think it's right there. That's perfect. I think no. Go back again. And that's the tier list. Hey, go back. I didn't approve this. This is a team effort, brother. I didn't approve of this.
Just because she's the only way to get that much health, besides Tainted Lass. Oh man, Tainted Lass is not even fair.
Damn it, Connor. Dude, I think she does go to hella good. I wouldn't say top either though, cause we're giving her the same argument we gave regular Samson, bruh. Samson doesn't need the damage, just like she doesn't need the extra health, but she can get it, and that's what makes it worth. Wait, keep going. Let me think while you do it. Keep going. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, keep going.
This isn't right. We're butchering her.
We're not, bro. You gotta think about it though, bro. Like, you don't need 18 health, but you can have it.
It's cool.
It's cool, but it's not like Tainted Mag isn't a bad character. She's average with Yumheart. That's all it is. Now, you can't even grab enough batteries to use the Yumheart effect for all 18 health. But it's still more damage you can take in a boss fight. Some of those boss fights go on forever. Yeah. Yeah, right there. That's perfect. I still don't know why Tainted Isaac's up there, but...
Bro, it's such a good effect.
I keep thinking of regular Isaac. You're right. Tainted Isaac does deserve to be there. That's a lot more. That's double plus 1. That's a lot. I mean that's double. Wait, is it? It's 12, right?
Well, it's
that's
technically
4.
times 1.5, but it's still really
right,
good.
Which is really good. Yeah. With that being said, Connor, I low-key think this list is good. Do you think anything else needs to be changed?
Man, the coin heart's really good, but like, I think Tainted Blue Baby deserves to be like top 3.
Nah, bro, put it back.
No, I think Tainted Blue Baby deserves it.
Oh, this is a genuine thing, you think? That's not even you dick riding Blue Baby because you love him? This is like an actual thing you think deserves to be
No, I do. Because the thing is that like nothing can give Blue Baby 29 poop counter, but Greed's Gullet can give Kiefer way more health than Birthright can. And Holy Mantle can give Keeper another hit. You get coin spawning items to heal. You don't necessarily need the extra hit. Now that Keeper's been buffed in Repentance, 3 coin hearts is like... 3 coin hearts is so much significantly better than 2 coin hearts. It's insane. You have no idea. There's so much more leeway there. And
4 makes it even better.
4 does make it even better. But it does make it even better. But I think that Tainted Blue Baby with Birthright could beat the whole game with no items.
You really think that?
I know that.
I need to see this. I need you to download a mod that gives you Birthright for every character.
I'm gonna do it right now on stream.
You're gonna do an Isaac stream right now?
I'll do that. Alright, anyway. That was fun. That's the list.
That is the list.
Any other changes?
No, that list is solid. That list is solid, bro.
Alright.
I can debate Dark Judas being above Tainted Beth, but uh, that's a list right there, bro. No,
Tainted
Dark Judas.
Laz easily has the best birthright in the game.
It's so huge, bro.
It's not even close.
And then you can free move it. That's crazy.
It's not even close. I think it's fair to give Tainted Eden second best. I think these two are very close.
100%.
Listen, again, y'all. It might not sound that good, Tainted Apollons. It's absurd. You need to see it to believe it. All right?
Which you can if you go look at one of his previous videos.
If you look at the
Tainted
Later
Apollon.
Manor, subscribe to
Show
the
your
Later
friend.
Manor VODs.
Show your friends.
Anyway, thank you all for watching the video. I'm sure that a lot of people use this as a nice little podcast thing. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like. If you dislike this video, make sure you leave a dislike, because I like opinions. Subscribe now to my Later Manor on the Later Manor Express today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the content that I produce. Anyway, everybody, Later Manors.
Later, manners.
Yeah.